Now, I want to make some suggestions to the caregivers, and maybe some things you'll find to be helpful, useful, and will help you get through your days caring for your loved one. Now, the one thing I started doing immediately when I found out that my father had dementia, frontal temporal lobe dementia, I started to research. Actually, I was researching before that, trying to figure things out. But when I learned that it was dementia, then it was like a scope. I could dial in and focus on one thing and pick it apart and try to see the comparisons and how it's related to my father and things that I could do to help combat or better handle some of these situations as they would arise. Because you're going through many behavioral changes with your loved one, and it can be a little overwhelming. So it's better to be informed and understand how to deal with these changes as they come to the surface. Now, research, Google search terms, Facebook groups, hospital support groups. These are all things that I took advantage of, and Google is like the biggest library in the world, and I'm sure you've heard of Google. So you put in any of the key terms, key phrases, and you will find what you're looking for. That's for sure. And there's an endless amount of information, and you could be on the computer for hours, days, just finding things out. But Facebook groups, the Facebook groups are great too. There's many out there, all different types. And if you're looking for one in particular, whether it's Lewy body, it's vascular, it's frontal temporal lobe, or Alzheimer's, there's a specific group for you. And everyone in these groups are experiencing something similar as to what you may be experiencing. And they're very helpful, and they're happy to answer your questions, and they show tremendous support. Now, you have your hospital support groups. Through the hospitals, my mother and I and my family, we've learned of the support groups that are available, which are tremendous. See, the advantage that these support groups have over some of the Facebook groups is it's personal. I mean, you're there in front of people, and you get to really interact in a very personal manner, which I feel just gives you the edge. It could really take the edge off, and it's a very personal experience, but it's another option. It's an alternative, and something else you should look into if you haven't already. But I find that to be very enjoyable because you're sharing different experiences and stories, and sometimes it's even funny. Yeah, you get to share some funny moments, and it'll take some of that stress off your mind for however long the support group lasts, but very helpful.